Hey guys, am I live? Sorry, I'm a little late. I think I am live, right? Um, I was hanging out with Grumpy Sapper. It's got a fun live stream. I hope I left his link. I think he's still live, but not for much longer. He's wrapping things up. Um, guys should definitely hang out with him. Just a lot of fun. It's like a theme show, so you can't beat that. So give me a second, guys. Bring up the old desktop. It actually is an old desktop. I think like 2015, maybe 10 years old now. It was a gift from Milka and Anika. Almost ready, guys. My cat's coming in to say hi. We got Dragon Fruit Man says hi. Riley, how are you? Selma says hi to Dragon. Let's see. Dragon Fruit Man says just a dragon fruit to burpees in his basement. I like that. So how'd your boyfriend prank you, Selma? We're together again? But that doesn't seem like a very nice prank, does it? Hey, Chris. Mama Chris, Nature's Dog Realms. How are you? Chris says, hi, Eric. Someone says he called me earlier. Well, I'm just glad that you're happy, Soma. Chris, how was your weekend? Living the day. It's all we can do sometimes. Actually, that's enough, isn't it? Welcome Media says, hell, did I just, did I scroll into? I don't know. The good news is, if you wanted to, you could scroll back out, or you could hang out and chat. Absolutely nothing is entertaining here. I am not seeking to entertain anyone. Someone's laughing. Doug Realm says that was a weekend. My weekend was good. Out with my camera, which was fixed. How I don't know. Magically came on. I think because I was doing Ho'oponopono. Um, and man, I got lots of shots, lots of deer, some owls, lots of hawks. I got a fox. Let's see. Video says bald head. Wait, me? Bald head? That can't be. Maybe I should check. Oh man, Walker was right. I have a bald head. How come none of you guys have been going here for a while? Never told me this, and now you let it be a surprise? You let someone I don't even know come in and let me know that I'm bald? Let's see, where's your hair go, mate? Actually, a lot of it was on my pillow back in the day, a long time ago. You'd wake up and you would find hairs on your pillow. That's when it gets really sad. Because you got to ask yourself the great metaphysical question: what held it in yesterday? What was present yesterday that was no longer present now? Why was the hair held in then, and then in the morning it was gone? Sam Boxing says a break from brain rot. Let's see. Walker says, nah, dead ass. Yeah, you definitely won't get a break from brain rot here, actually. You will find probably an increase quite a bit. Christmas baby Nick, Christmas baby Big Nick, how are you? Have you ever heard Martian Girl 21? I haven't. Carter Schonicker is crying. Well, no need to cry. Walker Video 88 says sometimes hate is good. When? That's a good topic to talk about. When is hate ever good? When do you ever feel better? Honestly, when does your heart ever feel better? When you hate? You know, you can actually do medical tests and see the difference in all of your biometrics when you are expressing hate versus expressing love. I'm about 5'9". So I mean, that's okay. Let's see. Nick says, "Well, I'm doing good," and also she's like a buddy of mine. She has a great YouTube channel. Hey, if you ever wanna drop a link. Hey, Tim, how are you? Tim says, "Sup, Yogi, and everyone in the chat." Uh, Chris says, "Hey, Walker, Sam, Carter, Christmas." Says hi to Tim. Walker says, "You're small, 5'9". 5'9" is not really small. I got friends who are like 5'6", 5'5". They're not really small either, but 5'9" is average. I'm 6'2" at 21. I was 6'2" when I was 21 too. I'm going to be 60 in 2 more months. So wait and see what happens to you. You're going to end up being 60 and 5'9" and completely bald, and you're going to need glasses. It's called karma. It was the same when I was 21. I used to make fun of short bald guys wearing glasses. Now look at me. Tim says, "Nature Dog and Selma." Hey Dan, how are you? Dan, did I hear you say at Body Weights that you were going to do some lifting now after doing all those pull-ups? Hey, Tandra. Everyone's saying hi. Walker Video says, Cap. Oh, a Cap's not going to hide it. Even if you were a Cap, everyone's going to know you're bald. I've learned all the tricks. Tandra says, hi, Nature, and hi to Tim. Foreman says, no, not going to Royale. You look small, bruv. Not really. I mean, you're seeing me basically from the neck up. How big do you want my head to be? Maybe I should start doing some head resistance exercises to get a bigger head. If you go look at my workout videos in the channel, I'm about average, you know? I don't know what that means. Cat means lie you dumb. Cat means lie you dumb. What does lie you dumb mean? But for over a decade, I was an ultra runner, and you don't want to carry too much weight. You want to be strong, but you want to be a strong ultra runner. It's a different ball game. Oh, Christmas baby Nick says, well, I'm trying to drop the link, but you forgot to make me mod. Let's fix that. That should cover it. Hey, Timo. Timo says hello from Switzerland. We wish you a good night. Hey, I didn't see any information about your um premiere at all. Are you slow? No, I was about middle of the pack when I was an ultra runner. I actually won my age class a few times. So average speed. The longer the race, the faster I was. You know what I mean? Wasn't super great at 5Ks, 10Ks. I got a little better at half marathons. I was average with marathons. When I started getting to the 50Ks and the 50 milers, pretty good. When I got to 24-hour races, I was really good. Thank you, Nick. Old people these days. Yeah, what are you going to do with them? What are you going to do with them? All right, Nick, I'm subscribed. She's getting some support. That was a funny comment, Walker. Old people these days. Tim, it's fun, right? That's all right, Tim. I appreciate it though. Selma, who's your hater? Tim says I'll remove you, and that will be fun. Hey, Songhill. Someone says no, Walker, leave him alone. Walker says, oh, I quit harassing. Here's the funny thing, Walker. You're not harassing. Not even a little bit. You have, someone says Walker is my hater. Where's he your hater from? You have not even harassed me a little bit. I'll be honest with you. No offense, man. If this is your A game, you definitely need to step it up a little bit. We have been harassed by the best. Here's the great key. You never have to let anyone affect you. Anyone. None of it is, I would say none of it's real, but none of it exists past the moment. It's just a thought. Walker, Litter 88, he's just a thought. He's a thought in my mind. Doesn't really exist. Does that mean he doesn't exist like as a person? No, it doesn't mean that. It means here on the screen, he's a non-entity. There's a dream character here to play actually a great teacher. Hey Dale, how are you? We got some jewels from Eric Lapointe. Thank you, Eric. So Selma, is Walker is actually, if Walker is someone who is harassing you, we will remove him. If he's here just hanging out and trying to be funny, that's fine. But if he is someone that you know that has been harassing you, I don't ever remove anyone, but I will remove someone who is harassing you. You let me know. Hey, Nightmare. Nightmare, how are you? Nick says, what did you do when it snowed that day? I trudged in the snow. I got some miles in. I got 3 miles in the morning and 2 in the afternoon. So, yep, someone just let me know and we will take care of the situation. Could be Walker, Texas Ranger. In that case, I better be careful what I'm saying. We don't want to mess with Walker, Texas Ranger. I'll be honest with you. I wasn't as impressed with Chuck Norris as everyone else seems to be. All right. Since there is, I was fine when Walker was hanging out and talking to me, but harassing Selma is off limits. I have never banned anyone before. I don't even know if I know how, but we'll figure it out. All right, Selma, he's gone. Take care, Walker. You were fun while you lasted. Here's the thing with trolls. Um, I generally don't. I don't want to say I don't mind them. For me, they're just. You're welcome, Selma. For me, they're opportunities. You know, no one. I don't want to say no one can push my buttons, but they're my buttons. So if they're being pushed, it's not up to the other person. It's up to me to work on my buttons. It's work on me to work on my issues. It's up to me to ask myself, why does this bother me? Um, but when they're harassing someone else, particularly when they're harassing our friend Selma, that's when we draw the line. I didn't actually knew I had a line. So we discovered something tonight. I have a line. My line happens to be Selma. But you know what? The line is you guys too. If someone is harassing you here, you know, that's a different story. Dill says, "Oh, the comments you showed, then Eric." Well, thanks, Dill. Like I said, um, when you start off, when you think you're insulting someone, and you start off the conversation by saying you're bald, it's like, come on, you got to do better than that. I've been bald for 25 years. You don't think I've heard that statement at least once, sometime? Phil says, come on, brother. He was a fun conceptual image of mine. I enjoyed him, but his inexistence was getting boring. Yeah, that you summed it up, Dill. You summed it up. Song that says bald people know they're bald. We do. That's the secret. Someone says, Michael, I'm scared. Protector, we got you back, Selma. Warhead says he's dedicated. Hey, when you find something that you think you're good at, hey, sniper, good luck with that, Walker. Michael says, Yogi, you're bald. No kidding. I thought you had a luscious head of you had a lustrous head of hair. Uh facial facial hair. Wink wink. Keep it growing, man. I can do a comb over. Thank you, Sniper. Phil says, I guess it's a consolation to know he actually doesn't exist. It is. It makes it easier. You don't take things as seriously, especially on the internet. Internet's been around for 30 plus years. We've seen all the hate, we've seen all the negative, everything that it can, all the worst things that can come of it. However, look what else we got. Look how much beauty that we can have in a single conversation. Uh, People coming together, talking, helping each other out. I mentioned all the time, I got my watch hours because of you guys. Just decided to help me out. Nightmare says, don't odd mod me again. Yogi, please. When did I ever odd mod you, Nightmare? Dog says, I always do 3-strike rule unless it is so horrible it has to be proactive. Gotcha. Walker wasn't lying there about me being bald? You mean it's true? Hey, Italian Bushcraft, my friend, how are you? Nice to see you. Chris says hi to Italian. Michael says hi to IBC. How come I never thought to abbreviate that? Dark Point says Nightmare Brother. Yeah, Nightmare, I would never unmod you. Tim says Eric. Dom Zillability. Dom Zillability. I kind of like that name, by the way. I know I got timed out. My name says just notice you bald. Yeah, it's deceiving. Do you know what I mean? I have a deceptive head. I think people are taken in by the overall symmetry of my head that they don't even notice I don't have hair until I point it out to them. Dark Point says, say brother Tim. Joel says it's a shame though that this particular conceptual image doesn't have better things to do in life. Only had a free will, he might be able to grow up and get a life. We could hope. Let's see. Italian Bushcraft says, Eric McCarty, I mentioned you in my last video. Well, thank you. I'm going to bring your channel up and I will watch it this evening. This is the authentic pizza. Secret recipe of authentic Italian pizza. It looks good. Dark Point says, I got you Italian Bushcraft. Do you guys know where the best pizza in the country comes from? At least according to, well, actually, I was going to say at least according to one, but I looked it up and he's absolutely right. Eric Lapointe can tell you where the best pizza in the country comes from. Someone says, thank you, Song Hill. Michael says, most of the time it's just kids with nothing to do. Bushcraft says, you're welcome. But yeah, they need to grow up, says Michael. They do in time. And they feel sort of ridiculous. You know what I mean? I think of the things that I did when I was a kid. It was never mean spirited, but we might be able to call it rambunctious a bit. I was an idiot for a long time. I've mentioned that before. Longer than I should have been. Tim says, you're safe here with us, Selma. We aren't letting no one harass you by no means. Thank you, Tim. Absolutely. You hear that, Selma? Everyone here has your back. Michael says, Italy, just kidding. It is, as Eric Point says, Connecticut. You would think Chicago. You would think maybe New York City. You wouldn't think Baltimore, although we have Little Italy. Phil says, I think that this is good evidence that one can't change how they are. I mean, who with any free will and autonomy would want to act like that? But I have faith realization can happen to anyone, like you said. Yeah, I agree. It can, and I believe it will. The thing is, you know, you guys are right. They're probably just kids, but maybe not. Because we've had some older people come in and attempt to troll, mean spirited, for no other reason than they thought they could. But everyone thinks they're getting something out of it. That's the thing. Poor Man says, good work today, Eric LP and Yogi Eric. Thank you, Poor Man. Jace wanted to step things up. I got to keep reminding myself that these are supposed to be burpees are supposed to be recovery sessions for me. Eric Point says, "True Yogi, I was definitely an idiot growing up and did a lot of stupid things." Hey, Eric Point, I was thinking about you today and a conversation that we had yesterday. When was it yesterday? Maybe it was a few days ago. About how you've changed. You're you don't have the anger that you had. I was wondering over the course of like the last year or so. I was wondering about your wife. What has she been saying about your changes? What does she say about your burpees and hanging out with weird bald people on YouTube? Not obviously, I'm not talking about me in particular. Obviously, I was talking about Jace, another weird bald guy. One of my favorite is French bread. French bread pizza is really good. You know what? Where you get really good pizza? Bowling alleys. Bowling alley pizza. Now, of course, last time I was in a bowling alley, I was pretty drunk, so maybe the pizza wasn't as good as I'm recalling. Eric Point says, but true, nothing in mean spirit on purpose. Nightmare says most trolls are just bored. Some can actually be quite funny, but not one of them have that quality. But not all of them. Yeah, I agree. These guys didn't. These guys weren't funny at all. We've had some really funny people here before. Hey, relaxing. I'm sorry, my friend. Someone says her boyfriend Harrison pranked her. He did today. Poor man says, I hit a battle rope today. Great cardio. Jace too. Yes. Yeah, battle rope is. I thought about getting one sometime. Michael says, one of. Sorry, I was coughing from laughing. Hey, hey, Batgirl. French bread, good to eat with stew. French bread is almost good with everything, isn't it? Hey, Chloe. Chloe says, hey, Yogi. Just seen you live. Have a good night. You too, my friend. Thanks for coming in. I hope Maddie's doing well. Michael says, I can eat my weight in French bread pizza. I don't know. I think I see a mukbang challenge coming up. Someone says, hi to Chloe. Eric Point says, she sees a difference, but I still need work. You know, I told you the story of Suzuki Roshi, the Zen master, one of the very first Zen masters coming in from Japan, 1950s. He gave a talk at the University of Michigan to psychotherapist students. Nightmare says, Yogi, I'm 26 away. Is anyone here not subscribed to Nightmare? If you're not subscribed to Nightmare, could you help us out, please? We are shooting for 50 subs. So this was one of the first times a Zen master gave a talk to students anywhere, let alone psychotherapist students. And he was talking to the grad students, and he's looking around the room, and he said, each and every one of you are absolutely perfect the way you are. You have the innate Buddha quality within you. And they all smiled and sort of nudged themselves because that's what they expected a Zen master to say. And then he looked at them a little harder and said, and you could use a little bit of work too. And that got him to smile and laugh because he did not expect such a psychological principle to come out of a Zen master as well. But of course, Zen, Buddhism, is a psychology, as is yoga, as is A Course in Miracles. So when Erica Point says, could still use a little bit of work, yes, we all could, every single one of us. But hey, Eric, you've been doing burpees since June. It'll get there. I think the next step is upping up the breathwork game, throwing in some yoga asanas. It'll also help you take the edge off of any aches and pains from the burpees. Trust me, if you do burpees long enough, you're going to get some aches and pains. Backwell says stew nut soup. Did I say soup? Someone says yum yum from a tum tum. Backwell says with plenty of butter on it. Has anyone ever made any homemade French bread? You know that don't don't think I know anyone who's ever made homemade French bread before. Bill says, brother, what do you think about people that fat shame others at gym, and what can best be to prevent it? Um, I see no reason for it whatsoever. Um, and they'll, as you have not talked about before, it's really just a projection. You're not projecting. If you're not fat, you're not projecting fat shame, but you're projecting shame on someone. It goes back to the shadow work that we talked about earlier. Um, Absolutely nothing can be done to prevent it, sadly, except the more we forgive, forgive doesn't mean condone. The more we forgive, the more open hearted we are, the more fearless we are, as well as the more that we can defend uh, those who need the most defense. And I don't mean defend as in physically or even verbally, but simply being a presence for that person that there's an attempt to shame, and let them know that you see them. Sadly, there's no prevention from any of this. But as A Course in Miracles says that do not seek to change the world, but seek to change how you see the world. The only way you can do that is you keep knowing that everything comes from within. It's one mind. If I see anything, any kind of shame, if I see any kind of troll, if I see any kind of negativity, it's not on that person. It's my projection. I own it and I forgive it. If it's still present, I keep forgiving it. I keep owning it. And thus the world begins to change, one projection at a time. Hey, Danny. Michael says, yeah, the weirdest troll comment I got was back when I was still investigating, which was, you look like the Russian military defense leader. I was like, okay, that was pretty weird. That's pretty funny, though. Who knows what he looks like? Oh, let's see. Chris says, my husband and I used 2 years ago. Nice. How is it just a different shape? Interesting to think. My mom used to make really good bread. She used to make really good banana nut bread. Poor man says, Eric, we've been putting in some good work lately, staying consistent. Yep. He's been following along with Reaper. So from 1 pumps all the way to 5 pumps. Dill says, thanks, Batgirl. I think you're right. Luckily, I have seen it too much myself. It's really sad that some personal trainers mock overweight people in the gym. It is. Yep. Batgirl says, not happy with themselves, so they make fun of others to feel better. All about projection. So all we can do, honestly, is help heal. And the only way we can help heal is by demonstrating healing. Then he says, Yogi, we're getting snow now. Well, how much are you supposed to get, Danny? We were cold today, but it's supposed to warm up again. Chris says, very true, Eric. Naima says, learning to laugh things off was the best thing ever I ever did. I realized people want a rise, and by giving them a rise, it means they win. It's a good point. Yeah, excellent point, Nightmare. Echo says nightmare or a jab to the throat. We'll call that option B. Option A doesn't work. We always got option B. Phil says, thanks for answering, Eric. I believe Schopenhauer said many talks about others to maybe distract themselves from the emptiness of life. Almost like they got a glimpse of how transient life is. And to feel secure and real is to shame others, etc. in a way. I like that description. Sanford says, Eric, I found out Ash Shaddad of Arabic traditions lived 1,200 years before the flood and built, what's that one word? Irem of She columns, pyramid complex. Irem is root. Column is meaning the island of Id, the race of giants. A lot of a whole lot can be traced back to the original Arabic. Interesting. We used to make bread, pasta, all from scratch. You know, this isn't going to make me sound very bright. When I was a kid, there was a commercial for a spaghetti company. I don't remember the name, where they were picking spaghetti off of trees. I don't know why. It was just a silly commercial. That's how they got the spaghetti, picking off trees. But for the longest time, and I mean until like my teenage years, I honestly thought because of that commercial that pasta grew on trees. I told you, I'm just not very bright. Emma says, yes, Batgirl, if all else fails, jab to the throat. It's sure to work. Michael says, yeah, before it would make me mad, but then I began shrugging the haters off and laughing. Well, when we think about it, as what Dale was saying, there's really no haters. Every bit of hate put out is self-hate. If you view anyone as attacking you, if you feel you have to defend yourself, look deeper and see it's not about you. It's about them. Every single bit of hate put out into the world is self-hate. If someone comes with you with self-hate, do you add hate to it? Because now you've just increased the amount of hate into the world. Or do you offer love? Love can come in different healing modalities. Love might be walking away. It might be doing what we did. I don't even remember his name. That's how ineffectual of a troller he actually was. It might be timing him out, or it might be blocking him from the channel or whatever. But every single bit of hate in the world is self-hate. How sad is that? Nightmare says, good night, Eric and chat. Thanks for the stream. Thanks for being here, Nightmare. I hope we got you a sub tonight. At least. I'm going to check your channel real quick. 24. So, anyone here not subscribed to Nightmare? Someone says, good afternoon, Brenner Suchis. Did I say that right? Or even remotely? Chris says, always communicate and don't gang up on anyone. It'll come back like a boomerang. Absolutely. Excellent wisdom. Excellent wisdom from Chris. Beckel says, I always remember the Charlie Says ads. I hated the cat's voice. I'm drawing a blank on that. Charlie Says. Michael says, yep, I know that, Yogi. That's why I just shrug it off. You're a wise person, Michael. Becco says depends on what they did. Well, that begins to change. Tony Bushcraft says I have to go now. Thank you all for the pleasant company and take care, Eric. Um, I greet you and wish you a good evening. See you next time. Thank you, Bushcraft. Thanks for hanging out. Much appreciated. I'm going to check out your video after the live stream. Speaking of which, I got to take my sleep supplement. Simply Staffin says, Batgirl showing your age. Which one of the green cross code are the swings in the park with strangers? Danny says, I got haters on YouTube and I forgive them. Way to go, Danny. I can't imagine anyone hating Danny. Chris says, by Italian. Michael says, as you know, I'm very laid back. You are. Very much so. Stephen says it was used as a sampler for the Prodigy. Charlie says. Batgirl says, sub. Thank you, Batgirl. That means Nightmare is 25 away. Chris says, I see people do it to others in such a horrible way, and other people jump on the bandwagon, and it makes me so sad at humanity. That's the thing. Collectively, humanity's never going to change. It's never happened. Never will. Technically, we're more advanced, but so are our weapons now. Now we can just kill more people from a greater distance. That doesn't mean that we are without hope. But the salvation of the world depends on your salvation. And when I say salvation, I don't mean that in a Christian concept. I mean it as you have to save yourself. And when you do, you save the world, literally, because there is no world without you. The world that you see is a projection, is a perception caused by your projections. If you don't like what you see, seek to change within. Phil says, you're right, Eric. I admit myself anytime I was not pleasant. Maybe in the past I am guilty like everyone. Like you said, it was due to me not feeling great myself and easier to blame others. Batgirl says, strangers. Chris says, Danny is the best. Danny is the best. Danny is what gives me hope for the future. Batgirl says, "Smash, get smashed." I'm going to have to check those commercials out. Nature says, true. So this was the answer from Marianne Williamson. I've heard it from others as well. She was asked, why you say God is love, God is synonymous with love. How could God create such a horrible world where people do such things? Where we have, again, weapons of mass destruction. Even the supposed good guys have done horrendous things. And we live in a world that allows children to starve and people to be homeless. And we justify it. We'd love to do something about it, but hey, what can we do? Or it's not my fault he's homeless, lacks initiative, whatever. Truly loving God, and if we believed in a truly loving God, well, then we would do the work that we've been assigned, which is to love everyone, which is to home everyone, which is to feed everyone, barring none. God did not create a world that allows children to starve. We did. The world of God is a world of abundance, a world of love. There's enough food produced across the world that, and we have the technology, every single starving person could be fed within a day, logistically speaking. But we don't. And deep down inside, we think it's okay. We say, I'd like to do something about it, but it's a bigger problem than I can take care of. So what do we do? Is it hopeless? It goes back to what we were saying before. No, Change how you perceive the world. Be as Gandhi said, be the change you want to see. Every work, every work of the world is inner work. It's not outer work. Michael says, nice nightmare. Let me check out and see if I subbed. Dale says, besides, of course, Miracles, is another book that has really helped you in life. Um, quite a few. The Bhagavad Gita, of course, the Tao Te Ching. I was reading the other day from the Dhammapada. Sections of the Bible, but only sections. Hey, Silva. Hi, guys. I'm here again. Welcome back, Silva. Shiva Sutras, very good. Hey, I took your advice. David Kars, it was David Kars, right? I bought that book and I have it now, and I'm going to start reading it. So I read the Bhagavad Gita once a year, all the way through, beginning to end. Oh, Deepak Chopra's Seven Spiritual Laws of Success. Cemented my path as a yogi, meditating, and eventually teaching yoga, teaching meditation. Michael says he's already subbed. Let's see. Sniper says send you links, Eric. Thanks, Sniper. I will be on the lookout for those. Tandra says, Girl, can you give me a title for two doves clearing your dinner plate? Silva says, how you guys? Doing pretty good, Silva. How about you? Doves devour dinner. I like that. Michael says, the one thing that I don't like, but I overlook anyway, is when people on someone else's live stream types in all caps. I had that happen to on the Mina chat before, and I did what was asked. Fitness Journey is here, says, hi, this is Rebecca. Hey, Rebecca. Rebecca says, how are you, Yogi? I'm doing well. Let's mod this up as well. Keep forgetting to take my supplement. Silva says, good. So what's new with you, Silva? Dill says, great. I believe you would love that by David Kars. I haven't had it in book form, only online and audio, but it's a very good book. Some books written about the course have been pretty meaningful as well. I like the disappearance of the universe. I'm actually rereading that now for about the third time. Sniper says sent. Thanks, Sniper. I actually might be end up being a little sore from Jason's workout. It'll make it interesting for my workout tomorrow with the kettlebells. Michael says, I just overlooked and was like, whatever, no skin off my nose. Yep, that's the way to approach it, Michael. I'll be honest with you, that's the way I approach pretty much most things in life. Hey, Dale, let me see if I can find it real quick. The name of the book that we're talking about that Dale recommended to me, David Kars. I bought his book a long time ago. Finite Games and Infinite Games. Um, I love the title. I didn't get as much out of the book as I thought I would, and I'm actually partially rereading it right now. But this book, Perfect Brilliance Stillness, Beyond the Individual Self, had me hooked. And this is why. This is just from the very beginning. There are many books out there that will help you live a better life, become a better person, and evolve and grow to realize your full potential as a spiritual being. This is not one of them. Just reading that, and I was hooked. I was like, all right. It came recommended by a friend, Dale, and that little phrase right there, knew I had to get it. Fitness Journey says, I saw you there, Rebecca. I saw you live with Jason earlier. Great work. Thanks. I appreciate that. Hey, T. Rebecca says, I'll sub to everyone from the channel as well for extra support. So, are you guys subscribed to the Fitness Journey? She is running 1,000 miles for Make a Wish Foundation. This is our friend Rebecca. So, you might be subscribed to Rebecca and maybe not to the Fitness Journey. Zipper said, had a great afternoon with my father. He came over and I cooked him a hearty Sunday roast dinner. Nice. That company, I think, for both of you right now is pretty important. Michael says, just sub Fitness Journey. Someone says, Bumblebee, my boyfriend Harrison pranked me by cheating on me on purpose, but it was only a prank. Zephyr says, hi, Bumblebee T. Rebecca says, thank you to Michael. Yeah, I agree with Sniper here. Selma, that prank should be funny. Should it not? He says, I'm struggling hard to admit it. What's that, T? Hey, Buddha. Buddha says, yeah, the Sniper. Someone says I'm going to get him back, but this is going to be a hard one. You guys are doing it for me because I can't do it alone. I need you guys. I'm not very good with pranks. Hey, Toy Pups. Phil says, the thing I love about you and Eric is how you're very persistent with the undeniable statement that nothing exists outside of you. Rebu Reese said, all I see is myself, and reiterates, I am a no thing and all things. Well, thank you. And sorry, my cat demanding some attention. It can be a hard thing to discuss. No one wants to hear that we're making an illusory world, individually and collectively. But anyone can look around and realize this world isn't working for us. What we see, our perceptions, isn't working for everyone. It's working for a whole lot, or seemingly well off people, but even they are suffering a great deal. This is a realization of the Buddha that life is suffering. Life is suffering because we are clinging to that which is intangible, transitory, and yet insisting that it stays. I think yoga psychology takes it deeper because we cling and yet we also push away. We cling to the things we want, we push away the things that we don't. And there's a whole lot of things that we don't want, including every little feeling that makes us uncomfortable. As Pascal said, all a man's troubles arise from his inability to sit alone in a room. Tip Up says, hi, Yogi. We hope you Have a fabulous weekend. Can't wait to see you guys tomorrow. Sending lots of puppy love. Guess we're going a proper live tomorrow too. We miss you guys so much. I'm looking forward to the live, Toy Pups. I will be there. I will warm up my super chat fingers. So does that mean to say you can do it with me? I'll be there to support you, Selma. Toy Pup says King. Someone says Puppy Mommy. My boyfriend Harrison pranked me. He says fed up with everything. Just want to pack a bag and run away and not be found. Sorry, a lot happened with many things and realizations, and I'm overwhelmed. I'm sorry, T. If you get the opportunity, let me know what's going on. He says, Bumbles girly, love you, Pookie. Tip Up says, come to Puppy Mommy Bumbles. We love you. Big squeeze. Tip says, T, ride the wave, hun. We'll all get there. Someone says, huggies to Puppy Mommy. My life feels impossible. I know, but you've seen the steadiness of improvement as well at the same time. Fitness Journey says, I'm trying to teach to reach 50 subs in this channel so I can go live from my phone. Where are you right now? Bringing up your channel. $37. All right, we're not too far away. Give me 1 second. I might be able to add one more. Nope. I already got you with both of mine. So is anyone here not subscribed to the Fitness Journey? If you don't mind. Hey, Jacob. Quick Up says, sending Bumblebee a huge love blanket with the Busy Bee delivering company, the Rainbow. Unicorns are on alert as well. Don't be surprised if they show up, Bumbles. Beautiful. Thank you, Toy Pups. Someone says, hugs to Bumblebee. Hey, African Jojo, how are you? Nice to see you, my friend. Jacob is here giving some support. Jojo says, hi, Eric. It's nice to see you. Toy Pup says, hug yourself, Bumbles. Before sending so much love vibes. Honey, you're worth needed. Important, my friend. Please keep fighting, or I'll be hurt. We get more Jacob support. Toy Pup says, subscribe to Jojo. It's certainly important to us, T. Jojo says, Laboratory Pups says hi. More Jacob love. Pup says, you're important to me, Bumbles. I mean it, you're my twin, my one and only beautiful friend in the UK. Fitness Journey says, what's your favorite exercise? Right now, it is kettlebell long cycle. I got some videos of me doing it. It is Long cycle actually means clean and jerk. So you're cleaning the kettlebells to this position, and then you use your legs, jerk it overhead as you dip underneath of it. Sort of you're catching it overhead, and then you stand up. And in kettlebell sport, you do that over and over and over again. He says, Yogi PMU. Yep, I will check right after the live stream, which won't be too much longer, T. Toy Pup says, you're so important, Bumbles. That's why you're Bumbles. Fly like a butterfly, sting like a bee. T says, can't cope with all this. Selma agrees with Puppy Mommy. Hey, T. You know, you've done a remarkable job coping with a lot. I think back of your time in the hospital. And I think of similar conversations that we've had, and you have pulled through with remarkable ability, resilience. Toy Pup says, Muhammad Ali, the strongest person I know, just like you. Jacob says, I can tell you're getting tired, brother, Mr. Yogi. I am a bit. Thank you, Jacob. He says, we're here to help you cope, Bumbles. Let us carry you, honey. Thank you, Toy Pups. Lead on your friends. What's the squat challenge, Rebecca? Getting up at 5 tomorrow and doing a burpee workout. Trying a squat challenge. Nice. We got some more Jacob love. Toy Pup says, do the 4-7-8 breathing, Yogi. Please for Bumbles. She needs it. Do you want to do some breath work? Toy Pup says, we will do it with you. Bumblebee, see how much you mean to us. So, see, we can do 2 things. Do some breath work here. I can end the live stream now and give you a call, talk for about 15 minutes, and we can do some breath work, you and I, one-on-one. Rebecca says it's where you do a certain amount of squats every minute for 10 minutes. Nice. Do you know what the number is going to be? Tip Up says life sucks. We all low key know it. Let's fight together for happiness. Hey, Danny. Danny the Singer Man is here. Says hi, Yogi. How are you, Danny? Rebecca says I'm going to go to bed now. Good night. Good night, Rebecca. Good luck with your squat challenge. If you get the opportunity, stop back tomorrow and let us know how it goes. Toy Pep says breathing will help Bumbles, and text me if you want to vent. Says I'll listen. T says you can't leave your live members. It's just going to be a few minutes early, and that's okay, because hey, you are you're part of the live, and you're a member. Danny says I'm good. Had a live stream. I'm sorry I missed it, Danny. I enjoyed seeing you yesterday with Maddie. He says it's wrong. Nah, it's never wrong to be with a friend. Danny says no problem, Yogi. It is never wrong to be with a friend. Tip Up says Danny the Singer. Hey, you guys subscribe to Danny the Singer? All right. Is everyone, we'll do some breathing here. And T, if you want, join in. We'll do the 4, 7, 8, 4 rounds. If you're not familiar with it, we breathe in for a count of 4 through the nose. We hold for a count of 7. We exhale for a count of 8 through the mouth with pursed lips, making that O. The tongue is placed on the roof of the mouth right behind the front teeth. We're making that very soft whoosh. 4 rounds. I think I might need an assistant yogi for this. Does anyone know?
Hi.
Does anyone know where I can find an assistant yogi to help me with breath work?
Hello.
Hello.
My boyfriend has pranked me.
I heard.
I feel not good.
You know what? Pranks aren't always funny. Pranks should be careful. And as Squirrel Sniper said, pranks should never hurt anyone. So maybe it's time you and Harrison put the pranks behind you. What do you think about that?
Yeah, but I'm gonna get him back.
But then he's going to have to get you back. And then it just keeps going on and on and on.
Prank Wars is coming your way, Harrison. You better watch out. I'm coming for you. And I have to say that, Harrison, I feel terrible. I thought it was real, but you said, "Oh, we're gonna get a girlfriend in the future," and I thought it was real.
Just
I
my
thought it
opinion,
was,
Selma,
yeah,
that it's time for the prank war to be over. And you guys should just work on being boyfriend and girlfriend and leave the pranks behind.
yeah.
Now we're gonna do some breath work for our friend T. Are you gonna help me?
Yes,
Because you know why?
yeah.
Because you're a yogi. So do you guys remember that? The breathing in for 4, holding for 7, exhaling for 8, through the mouth with a whoosh. We breathe in through the nose, we exhale. Here's what we're going to start with. Hey, Selma,
Yeah,
are you watching?
yeah.
We're going to do another mudra.
Mm-hmm.
This is to heal negative energy. It only should be done very briefly. We put our hands together and interlock the fingers, except for the 2 index fingers. See where my fingers are?
Yeah.
And I'm going to take my thumbs and rest them right in that little spot, like it was made for it. All right, that's it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this upside down just for a little bit. Comfortable position, not stretching anything. We're literally making a mudra that is draining negative energy. And I bring it up. Put my hand in the namaste position and I offer a blessing. The negativity served the purpose. It helped wake me up. It helped wake me up to the negativity, and now I can let it go and I can surrender. And I'm going to breathe in gratitude. Are you ready, Selma? We're going to breathe.
Yeah.
And here we go. Guys, we're going to breathe in for a count of 1, 2, 3, 4. And we're going to hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exhale for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathing out. 4, 1. I might have messed up. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Last breath. I apologize, guys. Breathing in for 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold for 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Breathing out for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I think I messed you guys up. I apologize. We can do another 4 if you need it. Northeast Stig says, throwing up those gang signs. Mudras. The original gangs. The saints and the sages and the seers. The rishis. The yogis. One boy says, guys, where's all the oxygen gone? Show some with the rest of us, Selma. Danny says, Danny the singer, be strong and stay strong with yourself, Selma. I agree.
And I was crying this morning, and I sing sad songs because I was sad, and I was like, and I was acting like a fool. Like, what should I do with this situation? And I was like, when he called me on the phone, and he said, "I pranked you," and I was like, "Is it real or is it fake?" I thought it was so real at first.
Well, that's the thing with a prank, is it certainly feels real while it's happening. That's why they're not very funny. Hey,
Yeah.
Selma,
Yeah.
do you see our message from our friend Joshua?
Yes.
What's he saying?
This is the amazing and energetic Joshua. Hello everyone here.
Hello, Joshua. How are you, my friend?
Joshua, my boyfriend pranked me. I've never been pranked before. Well, actually, I pranked him like 4 times. And I'm gonna get him back, but this time it's gonna be hard. So what I'm going to do is I'm gonna bring you guys with me to Harrison's house, and you will see what I'm going to do. And I'm gonna do not waking up and never say a word until he wakes me up with a cold water.
Just be careful. Joshua says, hello. Sorry I didn't do my live stream this morning, but I have 2 trainees at work today. Gotcha. Yeah, I was wondering what was going on. Joshua says, Selma, it's always nice that people can joke with each other.
I get that a lot. Hopefully he answers at 8 o'clock. And if I will just have to just point him and stuff, and I I feel like it's it's bad for me when it happened, but at the same time, I'm kind of happy if it's a prank. But I mean, if it's a prank, I'm happy about he pranked me. But I thought to me, I thought it was a prank. I thought it was a real.
And that's like I said, that can be kind of hurtful when you think it's real. Hey, Selma,
Yeah.
we're gonna go ahead and end the live stream so that we're gonna spend a few minutes talking to our friend. Can you want to sing a quick song?
Yes.
What would you like to sing?
Mm.
Hey, could I make a request?
Yeah.
Because we know that our friend T is feeling sad. How about "You Are My Sunshine" for T?
Yes. You are my sunshine, my only sunshine. You make me happy when skies are gray. You make me happy how much I love you. Please don't take my bumblebee away.
That's gonna get a bell ring for you and a bell ring for T. That's okay, Joshua. I always appreciate it even when you just stop by for a minute or two. So, all right, guys, we're gonna wrap things up. Runner Boy says, "When Yogi awakes, the sun shines." It's the nicest thing you've ever said to me, Runner Boy.
Can Joshua comes can Joshua come up?
Well, we're gonna go spend a couple minutes with our friend T. So I'm gonna end the live stream. Could you do me a
Yeah.
favor though?
Yeah.
Could you tell everyone good night for me?
Yeah. You can say good night and he loves you and see see you tomorrow and Yogi will see you at 5 o'clock.
I will see you at 5 o'clock, and I do love you. Summer, thank you for my schedule so well. Thank you.
You're welcome. And this is the end. Good night everyone.
Good night, Joshua. Good night, my friend. Runner Boy says good night, all, and especially to Selma. Joshua says namaste, namaste, my friend. I paraphrase what Runner Boy said. Namaste, Selma. I will see everyone tomorrow, various times. Take care, guys. T says, thank you all. Sorry, no need to apologize at all, T. I will see you in just a minute. Good night, Selma.
Good night.